Good morning. This is John from the Springs Mennonite Church, and I'm happy to be with you today. I've been sharing some scriptures this week. I have another one. This time it's from the book of Luke, and it's in the ninth chapter. But before I read it, I wanted to say that this passage today is in the midst of Jesus answering a lot of questions that people have, and it's no wonder they had questions. I mean, goodness sakes. Here's the Son of God that's working miracles and doing things nobody ever saw before. Of course, they'd have questions. So then we come to this question, this answer to a question, and find it in the 23rd verse of the ninth chapter of Luke. Here's what it says. If any of you want to be my follower, you must first give up your own way, take up your cross daily, and follow me. If you try to hang on to your life, you will lose it. But if you give up your life for my sake, you will save it. And what do you benefit if you gain the whole world, but are yourself lost or destroyed? Jesus is talking here about something that's really important. Of course, I guess you could say everything he talks about is really important. But this one talks about something really deep down. It's who you are and what are you about in life. So I'll start out by asking that question. Who are you? Really? Who are you in terms of eternity? Now I can't answer for you, I can only answer for me, but I want to just say here's what Jesus said. And he starts out, if any of you wants to be my follower. Now here's a condition. It's called walking with God. And I know some of you listening to me today have never decided that. And I understand that and I respect that. I would encourage you to do that because of the greatness of doing that and all the benefits, if you will, but because it's the right thing to do. But nevertheless, Jesus says, if you want to be my follower, here's what you do. Now, a lot of people have said over the years, you pray a prayer. And I'm not going to be negative about that. I mean, praying a prayer is wonderful, but it's more than just words. It's more than just an attitude. Walking with the Lord is something bigger than those two ideas, those two pieces. And so he says here, really simply, if you want to be my follower, I like this translation, you must give up your own way. Take up your cross daily and follow me. What does he mean by that? Well, you have a choice in life. I have a choice. Guy down the road has a choice. People before my generation had a choice. People after my generation will have a choice. And the choice is, what am I going to do with my life? Now, I'm not talking here about what is your hope for occupation. I have a lot of experience teaching college kids. And I'd ask them, what do you want to do with your life? Well, I want to be an accountant, or I want to be a lawyer, or I want to be a biologist, or I want to be in the theater and whatnot. And that's not what I'm asking. I'm not asking what are your career goals. I'm asking what do you want to do with your life? When all is said and done, what you have spent working in your existence doesn't count much for eternity. Or at least generally speaking, it doesn't. And it doesn't for God either. Because Jesus says you have to give up your own way. Now, other translations say you have to give up your life But this one's so much easier to understand. My own way, doing it my way, making sure I get what I want, making it possible that I achieve what I want to achieve. No, it's what does God want you to achieve? See the difference? If you want to follow Jesus, you have to ask yourself, what does God want out of me? Now, he gives you interest if you're younger and still in the midst of a career. He gives you interest, things that you're good at. Some people are really good at math. Other people are not very good at math. Some people are great in working with troubled teenagers. And some are teachers who can handle any classroom setting whatsoever. And God uses your desires, your abilities, your interests. But whatever you're doing it for Him, not yourself. And He says you have to take up your cross. That doesn't mean you have to be beaten up or put down or anything like that. But you have to sacrifice what? Well, he said it, your own way for his. Now, that presupposes you understand there's a difference. And I found a lot of people who come to church don't think that. Well, there is a difference, or there might be. And it's our job as a follower of Jesus to figure out what is what I want and what is what God wants. And if they're not the same thing, then who gets to change? Yep, you do, because God's not going to. But he goes on to say, you do that daily, every day, and you follow him. And he says, and if you give it your life up for me, you get it back. You'll save it. In other words, the only way you really get to live is by living what God wants for you. Anything else is, at best, a poor facsimile. And he goes on further to say, what does it benefit you if you gain the whole world, but you lose yourself? Sometimes I think we ought to take a moment and think about that. What if I got my own way, all the way to the end? What would that benefit me? Oh, I got my way. The old Frank Sinatra song, I did it my way. But why not do it God's way? Why not put your hand in the hand of the creator of the world instead of that? Put your hand in your hand, who got created, and follow him instead of following you. Now, maybe there's a drastic difference. Maybe there isn't. You'll have to look at your life and ask the question, who are you? I can't answer that for you, but I would encourage you to think about it. If you want to find the best, if you don't want to settle for less than what it could be, then follow Jesus' advice. Give up yourself daily and follow him. Thanks for listening. Hope you have a great day. If you come across something that we can help you with, let us know. We'll do whatever we can as fast as we can to help meet your need. Well, thanks for listening. I'll be back tomorrow with another thought. I just appreciate you being here and listening, and may you have a wonderful, fantastic day.